All right, hello and welcome to 5 Minutes with Sean, maybe 10. Today is based in just local and recent frustration. I'm not going to lie to you. So, customer service, really, where has it gone overall? So, background here, again, these podcasts are based in being personal with you guys. I am bought a house a year ago, trying to make investments in this house. And today is now the fourth time that I have had a contractor blow me off, whether it's for a kitchen, whether it's for a deck, a bathroom, you name it. These people have no idea that I even called. I have a recorded phone call. I've got dates and times because that's who I am. Because frankly, most small to medium businesses suck at customer service. And I take it personally because I'm in the auto industry where I have to hear every single day, oh, the car business doesn't do this for consumers, doesn't do that. Well, I get that it's the second biggest purchase, but outside of that, what the hell? I mean, where is the rest of the blame for how pathetic people are at their jobs today? Because most people in their jobs are terrible. Next time you go to your doctor's office, think about how pathetic that experience was. Go to a chiropractor, feel the same way. Try to start a new relationship with a business, and you'll find that you'll have to really guide and do the work if you want it to work, because the majority suck at what they do. And it's no surprise to me that the average business goes out of business in 2 years, restaurants even faster, because my God, most restaurant experiences is also terrible today. And I take it today personally. I get fired up today because, again, I'm always hearing about where my industry needs to go and its ever-evolving consumer change, this, that, and the other thing. But all the other places that we go to engage businesses as users, right? Because that's what we are. We're users. We find that it's a very subpar experience. And so I am not someone who does reviews, and I don't do them for this expressed reason. This is when people will get highlights or lowlights immediately when it happens. I would like to start encouraging people to do a review 1 year after they tried to engage, had a relationship, did a bad experience, and see what, if anything, changes over time instead of just using the quick hit. And that's why I finally decided to turn this into a podcast, because I'm sitting here on the fourth time this has happened to me over 3 months. And okay, great. All right, so Sean, you probably live out in the country. Well, I do, but I live between two major cities, and I'm dealing with reputable, online, reviewed companies, and this is the shit I get. Right? And it's not just, oh, well, maybe it was a mistake. No, man, these people, I had a contractor the other day, when I told him what my project was, he told me he had no interest in doing that. I've left 3 messages for a local contractor who hasn't even called me back. So I get that it's super high tide for people right now with regards to our economy. For those of you who believe that the economy is in a good place, which you should, because clearly houses sell fast, cars are still selling, the market is where it is. So clearly this is good. The last indicator that I wasn't even aware of is when a contractor or people that you have around you don't even bother to re-engage you. And on top of that, I had a guy do landscape for me a year ago, and he offers a year guarantee, and now he's got a bunch of caveats to that guarantee. Again, his business was highly, highly reviewed because people did it in the instant. If I was to review him now, which I'm considering it 1 year later, the review would be, meh, it's fine. A lot of plants died, funguses, BS, blah, blah, blah. But see, we don't do that because all we want to do is quickly blame whatever just happened. And I'm kind of tired of hearing my industry get blamed for poor user experience, and everyone else just kind of, goes under the radar. I mean, my local vet. Look, dude, I go to my local vet for a 2 o'clock appointment. I routinely will not be seen until 2:20 or 2:30. Routinely. Doesn't matter. Could be no one in the building. Now, again, Sean, you live in a small town. Things are slower. Bullshit. I do business in major cities. Major for us here in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Madison, and I still get the same exact thing. And when you go and engage someone who is great at what they do, yes, it stands out. And yes, you feel the need to review it. But does it only stand out because everybody else sucks at what they do? Or was it truly, truly an exceptional experience? The idea that we as users are going to dictate the future of things, I don't necessarily know that I buy it. I think tech companies really are starting to try and dictate it for us, to be honest with you, especially in the automotive space where I reside. I know everyone thinks it's going to go out of business in the next 5 years. It's not going to happen. The microeconomy of automotive is far bigger than anyone ever gives it credit for. So I know that we need to adjust how we do it. But for those of you who are not car dealers, who haven't been listening to this every day because you've had to, listen here. You suck at what you do for the most part. And you need to get better. And it's not just me that feels this way. I talk to a lot of people in my age bracket, who feel this way. This is what happens with small businesses to medium businesses. And again, that's why the going out of business rate is in those first 2 years. And so I'm not an expert at running my business, okay? I don't claim to be one, but I'm pretty damn good. And again, just went to a dentist, right? Dentist did not have all of my records, okay? Did not have all of my records. But instead of calling me 24 to 48 hours before, they sent me a million texts to confirm my appointment, never once asking or telling me they had an issue with anything that they needed for that visit. Now, again, I know you're all sitting here saying, dude, this guy just lives in a bad area where no one gives a shit. And that's extremely possible. But before I hopped on here, I talked to as many people as I could to get some feedback and feelings from folks. And folks are feeling the same way. Folks are feeling like there isn't a lot of love out there for users and consumers. And that happens in regular retail, okay? Grocery stores, clothing stores, shoe stores, furniture stores. Hell, jewelry stores, okay? I was in Chicago at a jewelry store and was treated poorly. Maybe it's because I didn't walk in high-line attire, but I shouldn't have to. Shouldn't matter. I learned really early on in the car business that you cannot judge a book by its cover. So I'm asking everyone who listens, please do your best to help people around you get better at their jobs because they're not really great at them. That's what I'm finding. And I know, again, this sounds harsh, and yeah, it's probably marred in a lot of frustration today. I tried to separate myself from it. I tried to take a step back. I have. Had I got out in here a day or two earlier, I would have been even more nuts. But as of right now, I'm still very frustrated, so I wanted to vent out. I know I'm not the only one, so let's do this. Let's all work together to improve everyone's user experience. We know in the automotive business we need to do it. But if there are people out there who are helping to educate small to medium businesses with their business model, their business practices, their processes, and their efforts as it relates to, user engagement, I encourage you to reach out to me and let's start going out there and making this better. We need to improve everyone's user experience before everyone is replaced by robots, which I would hate to see happen. All right? Guys, thanks a lot for listening as always. You can text or call 262-278-0157. You can email me, Sean, S-E-A-N, at carbizdonebetter.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn where I do it. I'm always pretty active. And other than that, guys, we look forward to having you here next week's episode. And thanks for engaging as always.